Hello, everyone, and welcome to the fifth student masterclass under the Gemini Academy. Thank you so much for joining us. Before we start with the workshop with the masterclass, I'll just give you a brief overview of the program as a whole. So I believe that you already know that the GenAI Academy is the first phase of the GenAI Exchange program. And the program is specifically designed to upskill the Indian developers in AI through comprehensive learning resources, hands-on projects, and expert guidance. So this program has two phases. The Gen AI Academy, where we offer AI courses free of cost on the Google Cloud Skill Boost platform, and also part of this is the virtual masterclasses with Google experts, such as this one. Then, post July, the GenAI Exchange Hackathon will go live, where you can build AI solutions and compete for prizes. Now, it's been a while since we launched the program, and the response from the Indian developer community has been overwhelming. We've already had over 245,000 developers join us, and they have initiated their AI journeys where they are learning all about AI and every other skill that they need around AI that they need to, build the future. So this overwhelming response from the Indian developer community is truly inspiring, and it speaks volumes about your eagerness to dive into the world of generative AI. And so under the GenAI Academy, you get access to 5 AI courses on the Skill Boost platform. So under normal circumstances, like if you have to do these courses, then you have to buy certain credits. So that is a monetary thing that you have to do. You have to buy credits and then you can access these courses. But under this program, you get credits as part of the program. So there are just 3 steps that you have to do to get those credits, which I will walk you through in just a little bit. So the first step is that you have to submit your skill boost profile, and it has to be a public skill boost profile. And then you have to finish the first 2 courses as part of the program. And once you do that, then you'll be able to get the credits that you need for the next 3 courses. And I'll tell you exactly how to do that, so don't worry. But one very important thing to note is that your skill boost profile must be public, otherwise we won't be able to give you the credits. Now, here is what the project is all about, the program is all about. The first thing that you get is, since there are 5 courses, every time you complete a course, you get a skill badge. And every time that once you finish your entire, the journey of your 5 courses, then you will get your certificate. So there are 2 things that you get. One is the skill badge after completion of every course, and then there is the certificate at the end of the 5 courses. With that, you also have all these workshops and masterclasses with Google experts, such as this one, that you can join. And so that is one more takeaway. And the third thing is very interesting. There's a leaderboard and exclusive opportunities that you can get your hands on. So how you can be a part of this leaderboard is something that I'll take you through. But if you move up this leaderboard, then you get access to a lot of in-person events of at Google, or Google merchandise, and a lot of other exciting opportunities. Now I'll tell you how we calculate where you stand on the leaderboard. Since there's a lot of learning around it, we have gamified the entire process. Right? So this is how we have gamified it. These are the point system that we have. So every time you complete a course, you get 100 points. Every time that you attend a masterclass live, you will get 20 points. In case you're not able to attend a live masterclass, but you watch a recording instead, even then you can get 10 points. Now, after that, if you complete a course and you post about it on LinkedIn or on Medium, then you get 30 points and 10 points. 30 points for Medium article and 10 points for a LinkedIn post. So that is how the points are distributed. Now I'll tell you a little about how we will be calculating these, scores. So I'll just quickly share my screen. Just 1 second. Yes. So this is the program dashboard. Right? Everything that needs to be done is here. So here you can see the roadmap, which is basically every step that you have to take depending on where you are right now. So registered, if you have registered, and now the next steps are for you to claim those 100 credits, right? The credits that you need to complete 3 courses ahead. So now here's what you have to do. To get those 100 credits, you have to submit your Skill Boost public profile. After submitting your Skill Boost public profile, you have to complete the first 2 courses. And those 2 courses are Prompt Design in Vertex AI and Build Real World AI Applications with Gemini and Imagen. When you do these 3 things, it's very important to do this. You have to submit those links. So here you see this tab, right, of Skill Boost and Skill Batch submission. So here what you have to do is, the first thing here is you have to submit your Skill Boost public profile link. Please make sure, I'm saying this again, please make sure that it's a public profile. So the first thing you have to do is this. Then once you finish your first course, which is Prompt Design in Vertex AI, you have to again submit the skill badge here. And the same thing you have to do for the second course as well, which is Build Real World AI Applications with Gemini and Imagen. You have to submit your skill badge for this as well. So once you submit these 3 things, you will get your 100 credits that you need for the next 3 courses. And for every course, like I said, there's a point system, right? For every action, there's a point system. And even those points will be calculated once you submit all of this on the dashboard. So every time you finish a course, you submit the skill badge here, and then once we verify that, once everything is done, then you get the credits, the points. So this is the same thing for all 5 courses. Now, like when you have to do your social media post, like if you want to publish a blog on Medium, then what you have to do is go to the social media submission tab, and here you can choose the course. For example, you did prompt design in Vertex AI and you posted about it on LinkedIn and on Medium. So you can share your links here and you can hit submit. If you want to add a submission, now you can add a submission for every course. You finished another course and you posted about that also on LinkedIn and on Medium. Then you can just select the course, share your links, and hit submit. So you can do this for all 5 courses. So that is a walkthrough of the platform. This is how it's going to be. Now, yes. Now moving on. Just 1 second. Yes. Moving on to the main workshop now, we have Harshdatani here, who's the program manager at Google, and we'll be covering building real-world AI applications with Gemini and Imagen. So, Harsh, welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes, thank you for having me here today. We are at once again we are at another masterclass. So today's masterclass is very interesting. Reason is if you are attending all the masterclass and completing all the labs, I would say this one is the most easiest masterclass of the entire series. Why I'm saying easy? Because you already know the concept. So there are many reasons for things to become easy. Is not just that it's easy to execute, but it's becomes easy because we now, when we are towards the end of the series, we already know few concepts. We already know what is vertex AI, various kind of models in Gemini, right? We already know how to invoke vertex AI in our Python programming code, right? If you are joining for the first time or something, I request you all to watch the previous master classes, go through those labs again, right? And if you have already completed those labs and forgot few of those concepts, there is no harm in trying it again. Not just because of points. My only advice is don't do it to get points. Do it so that you learn something, right? So let's progress in our today's lab. I'll not spend more time in explaining concepts. Probably, if possible, we'll try to wrap this up early because I know it's uh, very easy and very conceptual as well. So let's begin. I'll quickly share my screen. I believe you all are uh, have opened this lab. So this is our today's lab. If my screen is visible, can you please check? Yes. So today what we are going to learn is how we can build real world AI applications using Gemini in ImageGen. Right. So ImageGen is a model available in Google generative AI family, which can help you generate images. Right. And Gemini, as you know, it's a multi-model which can help you process text, videos, documents, text as well. Right. So today we are going to build real world AI applications using both of this powerful Gemini using powerful Gemini and Imagen models, right? And we'll be also deploying those on Vertex AI platform. So now I assume you already know Vertex AI platform. I'll not spend much time. You can watch the previous videos. You already know different type of Gemini models. We have seen AI Studio as well. We have seen Vertex AI. We have compared both of those two three of those models as well, right? So let's wait for a minute. I want all of you to be on this lab. Let's wait for a minute. uh, Links and everything are shared in the description as well, so let's wait for a minute. Right. Uh, if you are already on this lab and want to proceed, you can because it's like each lab would hardly take 15 to 20 minutes to perform. So if you are already familiarized with the concept and don't wait for me to explain everything, you can proceed as well. Otherwise, let's wait 1 minute. Right. So now let's proceed. So if you read through the description, what we are going to learn, I already told we'll be building some real world AI applications. And the first module over here is on the left hand side. You can see there are four modules. We are going to build a image recognition app. First one is image recognition app. Second one is a image generator app using ImageGen on Vertex AI. Third is we are going to build an application which can send chat prompts, basically a chat based application. And fourth is multimodal application. uh, that's a challenge for you. It's very easy. Again, it's very easy if you really understand those concepts. This lab is very easy to be done. So let's move to the first lab. Don't click start lab now. I'll explain you the concepts one by one for all of those four labs, right? And then after I explain those concepts, you can start performing those labs, and we'll spend some time if you have any queries, right? So this will be the structure for this because it's a very short lab. We can quickly cover the basic concepts, right? So in this lab, first is, as I told, we are going to build an image recognition app using Gemini on Vertex AI. Are you all on this? Give me a thumbs up, say yes or no. Yes, are you all on this? Yes. Are you all on this? Yes, yes, yes. I see few. Yes. Okay. So now what we are going to do is in this, first of all, we are going to connect our program. First of all, we'll be writing a Python program over here. First, we'll connect our piece of code with Vertex AI, right? And Vertex AI that is available on Google AI, Google Cloud AI platform. So we'll be importing the relevant AI libraries. We'll connect it. That's the first one. Second, we will load the pre-trained model. In this case, it will be Gemini 2, right? We'll be using Gemini 2 over here. First step is to connect with Vertex AI. Second step is to load the pre-trained model. Third step is we'll send an image, right? We'll send an image through a URL, and we'll ask a text-based questions based on the image. That's the third step. Fourth is we will get a response from our Gemini AI model. We will parse that response and display it to the user. So these are very simple steps. It's very easy to understand. First is connect to Vertex AI. Second, load a pre-trained generative AI model, in this case Gemini. Third, send the image through a URL. Fourth, ask questions. Fifth is the display answers that you get from the model, right? So this is it. Now, don't start now. I'll explain you the concept of all four labs, and then maybe at your time, because if you start it, you'll need to complete it within 15 minutes. So don't start now. I'll explain you the concepts, and then you can start performing those labs, right? So over here, when you start the lab, I'll show you one lab. How it works is, because this is something new, you'll be doing. You will not be logging in at the Google Cloud Console, but when you click on Start Lab, you will get a ID over here, right on the left hand side. Can you see my screen? This is what you will get, right? So you'll get a ID over here, and this ID, as I believe most of you have already used uh, various IDs, so you know how that structure is. So over here, you need to create a new file. Go to File, Create New File, and paste this piece of code. Paste this Python code over here, right? Save that file as a genai.py. You can save it. After you saved it, we need to set environment variable. So I told you, first step is to connect our piece of code with Google Cloud, Vertex AI on Google Cloud platform. How we will connect is, we need to pass environment variables so that we can establish the bridge between our machine where our code is running and the Google Cloud platform as well, where Vertex AI is hosted, right? And to do this, first we'll set the environment variables. Second, we will also import Google Gen AI library as well, right? So we will also import Gen AI. Will be using HTTP options to make the HTTP calls, right? Then we will load the library over here. What then? Second, I told you we need to select the model. Pre-trained model in this case was Gemini. So for second piece of code is, we'll be using Gemini 2.0 Flash, right? Third, we will ask questions and pass the URL as well. So if you see the steps over here, right? If you see the steps over here, step one, we connected using environment variables, importing the libraries. We selected pre-trained model, that is Gemini 2.0 Flash. Then we asked questions to those AI models and also passed a image. So those questions are based on those image. So if you see the piece of code over here, question is what is shown in the image, and URL is this, right? So if you copy and open that URL, you'll be able to see that URL as well. Sorry, you won't be able to see the sorry, you won't be able to see the image because it's hosted on Google Cloud Storage. It's not a public URL. So how you can access this, how our code can access Google Cloud Storage is through the environment variables which we have defined. So this GS bucket is created in this cloud project, and in this bucket there is a file, uh, JPG file, and based on this JPG file, we are asking a question, and will print the response that we get over here. So simple step. You understood the code? Easy? Yes. Just are you all following what I'm saying? Easy? Yes or no? Easy? Yes. I want responses from majority of you. Yes. Are you all getting it? Yes. So piece of code: import libraries, define variables, select a generative AI model, Gemini 2.0 Flash in this case, pass a image, ask a question, print the response. Very simple steps. Yes. And if you are able to understand it, you can relate it with the past knowledge that you got over this time, right? So that's why we kept this uh, masterclass, this specific lab towards the end, because now you are actually building something, right? And if you understood those concepts, this piece of code will look very easy to you, right? So then you just save it, run the Python file, because you all know how to run the Python file. If you don't know, no problem, just explore it. For now you can copy it and run it, but in your free time, just try to learn Python as well if you want to understand this piece of code. So that's one. I'll not run this for now. I'll show you all this one by one, and then over your free time you can do the same. Second lab is about building a image generator app using ImageGen. So as I told, ImageGen is a family of model in Google Generative AI which can generate images. right? So here we are building an application which can generate images. Okay, so same steps. See over here, steps will be same. If you now you know how to build a GenAI application. Step one, connect to Vertex AI. How we will connect it? By importing libraries, by defining variables. Easy. Step two, load a predefined model. In previous lab, because we were processing the image, we used Gemini. Over here, we want to generate the image, hence we'll use the image gen model. Correct? Then, since we want to generate an image, we need to pass a text to it. Right? So pass a text. Third step is pass a text. Fourth step is you'll get the image output as well, and if you want to ask some questions to that generated image, you can do that as well, right? So this is all about how we can create a image generation application using image gen 2. Same, we imported Vertex AI, right? We imported image generation model over here, correct? Then we passed the environment variable. If you see over here, there are environment variables. This environment variables are passed. Then I told you we need to select the image gen model over here. So we are selecting image gen 3 over here. Second is we are passing a prompt, right? So we'll be passing a prompt. Prompt is create a image of cricket ground in the heart of Los Angeles. So this is our prompt. Output file will be image.jpg, and region and project ID we have already set it as an environment variable before, right? So this is all about a simple application. Imported, connected it to Vertex AI, selected our model, pass a prompt, generate an image, right, and display it. So now I don't want to get into details of this Python code because that's something you need to learn and explore it as well, right? But the concept remains the same. Agree? So you can perform this lab, you can start the lab, and same as you did the previous lab, you can use this code, generate an image. Once image is generated, you will get a output and you can check your progress over here, right? So third lab is we'll build a chat based application using Gemini model, right? So let's wait. Yes, this is also a 15-20 minutes lab, very easy, right? So over here, same steps again. Now you all remember the steps. I don't need to explain again and again. Connect, load the model, send a text. Text can be a prompt, right? Send a text and extract those responses. When you get those responses, just print it. So over here, we are building a chat based application, right? We imported Gen AI over here. We selected the project and region, which we passed through environment variable, right? And we passed our prompt over here, right? This is our prompt. What are all colors in rainbow? We get a response. Second prompt is when does it appear, right? So this is a basic chat application which we can develop. Agree? So if you are, I saw one that last lab code is not running. If code doesn't run, if you get 500 error, just rerun those code. It's already mentioned over there. If you get error code 500, you can rerun those code as well, right? And third, last is building a multi-model Gen AI application. What is multi-model? We already saw which application which can process, generate images, videos, documents, text, right? So over here, same thing. We are building an application which can generate an image and ask questions based on that, right? So this is the challenge scenario which you can work upon, right? And task is develop a Python function like this, right? It should invoke image gen 3, generate an image, and create what image you need to create is a image containing a bouquet of two sunflower and three roses. So this is the task one. Same for task two. You need to create a you need to pass a image, right, which can give you a response of various birthday wishes based on the image passed, and send that image to Gemini 2.0 flash model. So this is what our all four labs are, right? I want you to start doing this labs one by one. Will be here for next 5-10 minutes. If you have any queries, because see, people are already commenting it was very easy. Yes, it's very easy because it's a simple Python code. Second, you already know those concepts. Yes. So uh, that's the thing. And let's start performing the lab. If you are getting import error, you can do the pip install as well. You can install the libraries, you can do the pip install and install the library over there. Or second is, if you want to run this code locally in your machine as well, create a Python virtual environment, copy this code in your favorite IDE as well, and run it as well in your virtual machine. If you want to learn, or if you want to further modify this code, build, add new features, capabilities, you can use the same Python code, build some advanced capabilities to it as well, right? So any queries? Let's wait if there are any queries. After doing pip install, it was showing. Maybe you can try restarting the lab, because it should work after you have done the pip install. It will get the necessary libraries. Okay, any queries? Okay, I was able to complete the task. I had to restart 4 times. Yes, there's some issue. I guess if you restart it lab, it's able to do it. See, I'll show you how it works. Is I'll again share my screen. Just give me a second. See, this is how my screen. Is it visible? My screen. Yes. So this is how it works. Is, see, this is a code which is with, this is a second lab. I think someone was facing issues in the second lab, so I'll explain you how it works. Just have to copy this piece of code, but don't just copy, understand it as well. We connected to Vertex AI. We are using Imagen 3 as a library, right? We want to generate image. As we want to connect it to Vertex AI, we need to pass the project ID, location as well, and we are giving a prompt: create an image of cricket ground in heart of Los Angeles, and the image as a output file as well, right? So this is what, see, this is, we run the code, and on the Explorer, to check the output file, go to the Explorer, click image.jpg. You will see the output file being generated, right? So this is how it works. Its lab is very easy, right? If you are facing challenge with 500 error or something, try restarting the lab as well. Try restarting the ID, right? I just did it in front of you, that code, that labs, everything is working. If you are facing challenge, you can rerun it. How to set environment variables? So environment variables you can set over here. Just pass the environment variables in the terminal. Over here, the below, this is your terminal. Here you can set the environment variables, and code to set environment variables is already given in the first lab. And then there are, if there are any point related queries, reach out to Hack to Skill support, credit and point related queries. Any queries related to today's lab, I can take it. This was a very easy lab. I think because since you have already done multiple tasks, you will be able to perform this lab very easily. Right. Any more queries? Let me see 1 second. There is one how we can create a constant character representation in image generation. See, it's all about prompt engineering, more detailed prompt, right? Physical appearance, clothing, right? Lighting, consistency in those phrases can help you build define a character. Second, you can also pass a reference image as well. If you want to generate a particular type of character, you can pass a reference image. Second is you need to train those models. You need to train the models. It's like in the fine tuning side, right? So you can seed and train those models as well if you're looking for a specific character generation. Let's wait 2 minutes. Any more queries? Okay, there is. Here it is actually generated. Here it is actually generating a image, or it is fetching the image from the image stored in GS. No, if you see first lab, it's fetching the image stored in GS because we are processing the image stored in our library, right? We are fetching a image, passing a question, and generating those answers based on the image. For second lab, image gen is generating a new image, and it's storing in the same folder where your program is stored. So it's not generating image stored in the it's not fetching the image stored in the GS. Okay. Any more queries?
I believe there are a lot of queries about credits and points. So, to everyone with those queries, you can always reach out to us. The support email ID is in the comments, so you can write us a mail.
Right. If you are facing some IAM related queries, just restart the lab. So it's sorted. Right. I think with this, it brings end to our today's workshop masterclass. It was very easy, few set of labs. If you have any queries, feel free to reach out to us. We'll try to help.
Yes. Thank you so much, Harsh, for being here, for taking out the time. And thank you, everyone, for joining.